Hello there. I hope all of you are doing well today. My name is Justin, and we are going to be analyzing this video that's playing in the background, that being a concentric only split jerk. We're going to be analyzing some lower body issues, upper body issues, and recovery issues. When I talk about recovery, I talk about the lifter's ability to bring the bar back into the starting position. We're going to look at some critiques of technique that we can implement in order for this lifter and for you guys to be better lifters at the concentric only split jerk. To begin, we're going to look at the lower body itself. A big thing that is noticeable in the video is that left or bent leg, also known as the leading leg, doesn't extend far relative to the lifter's back leg. And this could be due to a multitude of issues such as tight hip adductors, iliopsoas, tight hamstrings, and quads. Uh, this can lead a person to hyperextend that back extended leg compared to that leading leg. You want your front foot and your back foot, front foot leg and back leg, they need to split at roughly the same time. You want that left leading leg to finish at roughly 90 degrees so the landing position is stable enough to hold the weight. When you get into that split, if you have looser or not so tight hip adductors, the muscles that I've mentioned previously, you want to put more focus on that leading leg. If you have those tight hip flexors, if you have those tight adductors, you're going to put more emphasis on extending that back leg. In the video, it's the person's right leg. As well, let's focus on the right leg because it turns out on its landing position, and alongside it, the left foot it lifts up when it's trying to land. That itself could be due to balance issues, lack of ankle mobility. It could be due to a multitude of things on top of the tight hip adductors, iliopsoas, hamstrings, and quads that we mentioned previously. A big thing to note with the split jerk is that you want to have that extended leg land in a neutral position. That extended leg, so that right leg in the video, is not going to land flat unless you have great dorsiflexion ankle mobility. For most lifters, you want that extended leg's foot, it could have its heel up, but you want to keep it in a neutral position. The split jerk is a great tool, a great exercise in helping lifters overcome their center of mass control, their balance, and their stability issues. And over time, you can make sure that you land in a neutral position for both the leading leg and the back leg. As well, that front foot has to land flat and in a neutral position, just like that back leading leg, or in the video, it's the right leg. So, as well, while analyzing this video, there was some upper body critiques that have to be pointed out. The first off, we have to start with the back position. This person has poor ankle mobility, has poor elbow mobility. The elbow position is lower than recommended, and this could be a issue due to mobility in the rotator cuffs, anterior, posterior deltoids, and the lats as well. A lot of people don't realize that they have tight lats. If you have tight lats, tight rhomboids, traps, it can make it difficult for you to bring your elbows up to what a lot of people call a front squat position. So imagine you have your elbows up, relative flat, or if you're looking at it from the side, let's imagine you want your elbows to be at a 90-degree angle in order to hold that bar in a front squat position when they are facing forward. As well, it's interesting to note that the person that's in the video overextends the bar at the top position. Now, they could have potentially tight rotator cuffs, but they have great upper body mobility, especially when it comes to external rotation. This could be an issue for the lifter's ability to bring that bar up to the front squat position. That could be due to tight internal rotators. But for the lifter, external rotators are not an issue. So their upper body mobility was great at that top catching position, or that holding position, that overhead press position, if you want to call it that. However, the bar was overextended just a little bit more than desired. So you want to keep the bar generally vertical over your head just to ensure proper control of the bar and to minimize, some potential upper body posterior chain injuries. As well, you want to focus on the chest, back, and hand placement with regards to a split jerk. For this lifter in question, when they were getting into the quarter squat position, they were able to get into that position relatively easy, although there was noticeable issues, slight issues, if you will, but noticeable when it came to quad tightness and glute tightness. So they have to work on mobility and flexibility and strength with regards to those muscles. However, a couple times during their lift with the bar, their chest and elbows fell forward when going into the quarter squat position. Big thing to keep in mind when you're in that starting quarter squat position, chest has to be up, your back needs to be straight. You want to brace your torso and have your hands a little slightly wider than shoulder width, not too far to where you place unnecessary stress on your shoulders, on your rotators, on your deltoids, on your traps, on anything of the upper body. Finally, we're going to look at some recovery issues, or as we most commonly talk about it with a split jerk, just bringing that bar back down to the starting position. A couple times, the bar was brought back in an improper fashion. There was a couple points where it was brought into a jumping lunge. So the person did a jump lunge with the bar. And when you're working with heavier weight, that's a no-go. You're at risk of injury, and you're at risk of injuries in the upper body and lower body. And also you could have the bar just fall on top of you when doing that. So a big thing to note is when you're bringing the bar back from its overhead position, you want to bring that front leading foot first, so sort of scoot it, if you will. At no point do you want to jump or go into a jumping lunge with any of your legs. So with that front leg, bring it into a scooting position, bring it forward a little bit first, and then you bring that extended leg in the video, the person's right leg into the starting position, shuffle it as well. And then you sort of shuffle it in a way to where, leading leg, extended leg, leading leg, extended leg, and then you bring yourself back into a quarter squat position so the weight is easily controlled. As well, one thing to note that I forgot to put in my notes is that extended leg also extends just a little outwards. That's something that you don't want to do when it comes to the split jerk. When you're extending that back leg out, you want to keep it neutral. So you want to extend it straight, not out. You don't want to... A little extension outwards is not terrible, but when it comes to heavier weight, there is risk of iliopsoas, hip adductor injuries if you extend that back leg out too far. And that's all for today. If you have any questions or concerns, I guess just drop a comment, and I hope you guys have a great day.